go real fast. This is about Greg, you're here, right? Now, payload the expedition, they're going down. All K3s, KTA 500s, right? We've done very well with the expeditions. These were the first guys, just very quickly. They came up to us a date before we ever shipped the K3. They talked us into being their de-expedition sponsor with like 8 K3s. That was a lot of money for me at the time. We never shipped one. We're going to have to ship them about a month after we started shipping. We started shipping in October of that year, and they got them in like November. Our burning was stacking them all up on a table on a power supply and cycling through transmit overnight, hoping like heck we caught everything. We obviously tested as much as we could on it. But we had all of our burning automated test pictures that we use now in place in the very early days. We did everything manually. So we ship it down to these guys, and they get down there, and two things. One, we actually had a firmware bug. They discovered if we shipped them to New Zealand, their boat was leaving from there towards Tahiti to pick up the other guys and out towards Pitcairn, where this island was. This is one of the most successful de-expeditions ever, by the way. They had over 50,000 contacts. Anybody work EP60X when they were on? They were really good operation. Anyway, operated the full time down there and no failures, which is wonderful. But the only interesting story, this is what we're glad we have firmware downloadable radios. They had a minor bug when we were operating low voltage that would shut the radio down on 160. We had a temperature sensor that was acting on it. We gave them a quick firmware patch at the time to, because it was over voltage, and so it cut the radio down. That absolutely gave them a button they turn off, so only check temperature to receive, not transmit. They were going on continually, so that was fine for their operation. We subsequently fixed the sensor problem, but we actually, they called us on a sat phone, 8 o'clock at night, I just finished dinner, and I get this call from Robert WA6HHQ on this transport boat going from New Zealand to with all the radios and stuff. He's testing one, so I got this problem, and this is failing. And the other one just started doing it. I go, oh shit, the whole expedition's going to Stay on the phone with Wayne, we go back and forth, we see it, we finally reproduce it in the lab, get everything going, and Wayne makes it patch. We actually, Robin didn't have a way of downloading firmware, but we actually sent it to Eric Skase, one of the expedition leaders, and he was flying out 2 days later. So we have a little flash drive with it on him. They get out to Tahiti when their boat gets there, they go radios on it, go bang, 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 bang. The laptop, they're all programmed up, problem fixed. And that was a great deal. Anyway, great expedition. We've had a whole bunch of expeditions since then. This one, how many folks know which one this one is? Yeah. Which one? What island is it? Orkney. Or Paulstein? Orkney, yes. VP8 Oscar. Oh, that's already up there. Sorry. It was supposed to be a test. There we go. Which one? Very good. That was a lot of fun for you guys down there. I'm sure you guys had really good years because they had this glacier behind was real, by the way. That's their operating tent there. What was it? Operating tent and was it sleeping tent or eating tent? I think it was. Hard tents and stuff. This is where they exiled guys that had too many beans for dinner. But this large mountain there was blocking, I believe, to our direction. So they were never super strong up here. But they were working. I worked in my set radio 100 watts once. They were S2. They were doing incredibly well. So that spoke well to the radios operating in an environment with just low noise to start with, and the radios were generating their own noise, which was great. WRTC, anybody familiar with that here? World Radio Team Championships. That's like the Olympics of ham radio. And what's interesting, we did not, except for one team, this team here, we didn't donate any radios to the deal there. It turned out 48 radios of the roughly 96 were K3s at this. All the international teams. So there's teams from every country competing, 2 operators during that was IIRU, I think it was, contest. And N6NJ and KLNA actually had Steve Merchant on the hand call me up and said, these young contesters are really good, but they don't have a good radio. You'll loan one to them. I said, sure, why not? They ended up being the top U.S. team. They were number 3 overall in this contest, and this one happens every 4 years, by the way. And they actually had the top number of QSOs. They only missed 1 or 2 multipliers from countries. They got beaten by the Russians, not surprisingly. It's held in Russia, and they had a little bit of local knowledge of where the molds are and what time of day to get on point. These guys were amazing. They were really, really good. Of course, they had the T-shirts on, so I liked them on that. But they had all identical stations, identical tents, everything. So it's pretty cool. And lastly, this is a picture sent in by the guy with the airplane and the viewer. So I don't know how he got it. This is a real dog. It's not a fake dog. He got his dog to do this. I don't know if it really sends Morse code and how big his fist is. I always like that picture, so that was pretty cool. So, we have a few minutes for questions. What's mine? You're getting really close here, I know. Okay, I'll go real fast. 1 or 2 questions, and then you can ask. I'll be here a little bit afterwards too. Yes, sir.
Eric, I know the 1500
Yeah.
I know you had experience in that. What's your take on where that is or what the barrier is?
Yeah, so the question is, 1500 watt solid-state amps, what's the barrier to getting those out there? There are some out there now. There's, up and down, some work better than others. We developed prototypes for a 1500 and a 1000 watt amplifier several years back. And I killed both those projects for two reasons. One, the K3 was coming out exactly the same time. It didn't have resources. You watch this collision train, it was going to be a train, a perfect train. I didn't have the resources to do both at once. But more importantly, especially the way we designed them, they weren't economical. I looked at the size of that market. Transistor amps in the 1500 watt class are still way more expensive to make than a tube type amp in that class. Tube amps have an advantage in overall, an edge in performance and an edge in cost by a long shot. So some of the tubes are getting harder and harder to get, so that they change very rapidly here. And the high power transistors are getting a lot cheaper. So it's an economic thing. There were Tokyo High Power and the guys, SPE out of Italy in particular. I think even Jake was a low cost amp in that power class now. And that's segmented that market out quite a bit. So I went back and looked at it. I said, it doesn't make sense for us now. The 500 watt market, this KPA 500, is actually a 600 watt amplifier. We call it 500, so we have a little bit of safety margin in our spec. That amplifier, each up to 6 meters, fully automatic, follows any radio, not just a K3. It's like frequency counter, plug in ETT and RF, it just does its thing. That power range is a sweet spot for amps in terms of volume. We've just sold tons of these things. It's got linear supply inside the box, uses full brick. 1500 watt class, everything gets much more expensive. You're using splitter combiners. You could go the route to Tokyo High Power with two really big transistors. You couldn't get the heat fast with it. It's a reliability issue. They're so big, it's a hot spot trying to get the heat away from them. But they're getting better, and I think that a lot of the amps out there, they're quite functional at that level. There's nothing wrong with the amps at all. It's just, from our perspective, our money was better spent going other directions right now. Is that going to change in a few years? It might, you never know. But I don't have anything that's going to come out next year. It's 1500 watts. One more question? Yes, sir.
I know you answered this question, that's all I'll ask it again.
Yeah.
Where are you guys in terms of design, test, manufacturing, release of the KT500?
KT500 actually is in final development right now. So the 500 watt auto tuner, and it's the same architecture, switched L network as our current auto tuner. That will be out, I think, I got a lot of stuff hitting in January because KX3 is supposed to ship around then. We're going to start taking orders for it as soon as I ship the KX3, we're going to ship the field testers.
This is that great holiday month.
I know, I'd love to be able to, it always works out just after that for some reason. But actually, I saw the pictures of the latest two PC boards. They're full pre-production boards built up. So it's finer tweaks on firmware, so we'll have more data up in the web. This will work with any radio, by the way, too, so it's neat. Okay, fine.
Do you have to sign stroke FM or free fall?
Free fall, I'd sign something else. It's a little crazy right now. All right, guys, please feel free to ask me questions afterwards or anytime. I'll be here for a little bit, and appreciate your time. Thank you very much.